Hey, what's happening? So this is an OU standard match from the Pokemon LA tournament that I had. I was just playing around. I wasn't actually in the tournament, but I had an OU team on my game. It's kind of an outdated team, but it worked. So this guy's leading off with a Tyranitar. I'm leading off with my standard Taco Bell guy, just to start setting up with some rocks. You know, you gotta lead off with a Stealth Cocker, right? So he straight off the bat goes for the Crunch. I kind of expected him to Stealth Rock, but I just set up my own dem big cocks, so that's looking good for me. I know that his Crunch really won't do too much to anything I switch in, so I decided to switch in my Spiritomb, which is physically defensive, so this Crunch isn't going to be doing too much. This Tyranitar pretty much actually does about half, so I mean, he's doing alright here. This Tyranitar is going to switch out as I'm going to get a free Will-O-Wisp on whatever he wants to send in. Turns out he sends in a Heatran. Nice prediction. Well, actually, I mean, the Will-O-Wisp was obviously coming, but now this Heatran has +1 on his fire moves, so I'm going to have to switch the hell out of here because I don't have anything that can touch him. I'm going to go into Tiny Wings to take the Fire Blast because I know that's what he's going to use, and even with the boosted fire, this Fire Blast isn't going to do too much to Tiny Wings, and I know I'm going to be faster to hit the next hit unless he's Scarfed, but if he was Scarfed, then he'd be stuck on Fire Blast, and it would just be awful. So he switches into a Skarmory on my incoming Brick Break. I should have went for the Fire Punch. I didn't want to risk it, but this Skarmory takes that Brick Break not as nicely as he probably had hoped, but since I'm Choice Banded, that's kind of what you got to expect. So I'm going to switch in Threesome. I'm going to trap it with my Magnet Pull ability. When was the last time you saw a Magneton in the OU metagame? Well, not very often. But I'm going to go for the Substitute as he's going to go for the Brave Bird. I realize now that I'm like, fuck, Skarmories usually carry Roar or something like that, Whirlwind, don't they? And I'm like, well, damn it. Now I'm behind a Substitute. I just got to go for the Thunderbolt now just to get as much damage as I can. And this ends up doing a fuckload, and it kills that Skarmory in one hit. So that was perfect. Magneton is perfect for killing Skarmories because the Magnet Pull, they can't switch out, and yeah. So I'm just gonna give this this Swampert some aids with Toxic, and that's gonna be nice. Now he has no chance. All he's got to do is roar me out, and that's looking good. So Magneton pretty much did his job. He poisoned the Swampert and killed the Skarmory. So I'm happy with that guy. So now my Scizor's out. He realizes that a Swampert can't do shit, and he brings in a Jirachi. I should have went for the U-turn. Instead, I just go for the Superpower because I almost expected that Heatran to come in, but yeah. So now I'm Choice Banded into Superpower. I know this Jirachi would probably die on the next one, but I'm also thinking he's probably going to switch. So I just decide to switch into Boo, and I get hurt by the spikes, which is kind of annoying. But he stays in, goes for the Fire Punch. I think I might have been afraid that this thing was, like, going to outspeed me with a Choice Scarf. You see so many Scarfed Jirachis these days. I mean, I don't even battle very much these days, but even I know that these Jirachis are often Choice Scarfs. So he does get the burn with 54 HP. I predicted him to do that, so I got the rest off, and now, well, I mean, I didn't predict the burn, but you know what I mean. I predicted me to live, so I'm all the way at full HP. The only thing is I'm asleep, but I just got to kind of sleep this off. He gets a free switch into a Heatran as I double switch into Gengar, which it could go right. It could go pretty good because I do have the Focus Blast on this Gengar and all that jazz. So I think that he's going to wait. This is a different Gengar than I thought it was. This is my Substitute Disable Gengar. I went for the Substitute just to see what he was going to do. He is Life Orbed, and that Fire Blast is going to take out my sub. But now I know that he's probably going to Fire Blast again, so I used Disable, making it not able to use that again. But he uses Hidden Power, which is maybe I don't know. I don't know if he's seen my videos and known that this Gengar was a Substitute Disable one, but that Hidden Power doesn't do too much, and my Gengar is looking pretty good. I'm going to go for the Substitute again because I don't think that this Hidden Power is going to break the sub. I think it does actually end up breaking the sub, but not too big of a deal because he's just taking Life Orb damage over here while he's just hitting me. I am unfortunately taking some Sandstone damage, but that's alright. He decides to switch now. Feels like, fuck, I can't do anything to this thing, man. I gotta switch into my Luke. I go for the Focus Blast. Oh, I do have Focus Blast on this Gengar. The Focus Blast does hit the incoming Lucario. I think because he didn't see me using Focus Blast earlier, he kind of thought that I didn't have it, but looks like I played that pretty well. Gengar with Life Orb, Substitute, Disable, Focus Blast, and Shadow Ball is the Gengar for me. This thing is sick. But this Jirachi comes in. It is Choice Scarf, like I said earlier, so it is going to be able to outspeed me easily, but that's alright, because I get a free switch into Tiny Wings, and he's locked into Fire Punch. So he's just going to have to stay Fire Punching, and I'm going to Fire Punch myself and hit him right in the fucking face, and that Jirachi is a dead-ass Jirachi. So no, that's good. I don't have to worry about anything outspeeding me anymore. These Choice Scarf damn things need to get out of here. So I'm locked into Fire Punch, so I gotta switch out as he brings out a Swampert. I'm gonna go into Taco Bell because he hasn't been out since the beginning of the battle. And he now takes this chance to set up his own Cox, which is like, you're a little bit late on the Stealth Rock party there, brother, but it's all good. So Taco Bell is getting some HP while this Swampert thing's losing some HP. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake just to get some little bit of damage. I mean, I know he's gonna roar me out, so I just Earthquaked anyways. The roar brings out my Magneton. I can't substitute or anything because I know he'll just roar me out. I do have the Hidden Power Fire. The only two attacking moves I have on this thing is Thunderbolt and Hidden Power Fire. So I gotta switch out of here again, go into Boo, as I believe, what does he do? These spikes are just taking a toll on my shit, man. He goes for the Ice Beam. Ice Beam's not gonna do too much to Boo, but I am sleeping, and this Swampert's just hanging out here. Look at this Swampert all poisoned and all that stuff. It'd be nice if he took Sandstorm damage, but he doesn't because he's a ground-type bitch. So I'm still sleeping. It'd be nice if I had Sleep Talk on this thing, but yeah, he roars me back out to my Dragonite, which is almost what I had wanted to happen because now, I take the Sandstorm damage with 9 HP, and I can pretty much get a free Choice Banded Outrage on this thing to kill it. So I know I'm going to die to the next Sandstorm damage, but Dragonite did his job in this stuff, so that Swampert's dead, and now Tiny Wings is dead, which is kind of sad. I'm going to bring in Scizor now, because this thing is obviously a boss, but he decides to bring out his Heatran, which kind of sucks. I could either stay in and hope he overpredicts, or I could switch out into something more safe. I do decide to go into Spiritomb, because he uses Fire Blast, I believe. Yeah, Fire Blast is going to hit Spiritomb. That's easily going to kill me, but it's alright. This match is actually pretty good. He takes a little bit of Life Orb damage. All I gotta do is go into Scizor, hope that this Bullet Punch kills it, and then I got the game in the bag. So this Choice Banded Bullet Punch on a not very effective Heatran doesn't end up killing it, and the Fire Blast misses. That was a game changer right there. We were sitting right next to each other in person, and I was going fucking nuts when that happened. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. Now all he has left is this Tyranitar that we haven't seen since the beginning of the battle, but unfortunately, it's gonna fall to the mercy of Bullet Punch. What? Lives it with like 2 HP? Fucking plot twist right there, but his Crunch doesn't kill me, and my next Bullet Punch is gonna kill this Tyranitar. So I'm not really usually one to use a Bullet Punch Scizor, but since this was a tournament match, I mean, it was getting pretty cray. This guy was practicing for his tournament, and I hope I helped out there, Phil. Go check out his channel. I think he told me it was PokemonFireEmblem. So yeah, I'll have a couple more battles up, and I will see you guys later.